Rich, last week we looked at Yakuza 7 and we said it was cross-gen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We did. Yeah.
I feel like this is more next-gen than cross-gen for a few reasons, which we're going to see. Of course, we're looking at Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Of course, at the moment, we're only looking at the next-gen Xbox. And when our PlayStation comes and our Series S comes on Tuesday, we'll start adding them in. So the more games that come out, maybe we'll do another one. Who knows?
Nice shot, by the way. Good,
Thank you. Mate,
good shin arrow.
Mate, I love that little strap.
Yeah.
Right, first things first.
Yes.
Basically, not too bad on both PlayStations. Not too bad at all. It's solid. A couple of frames dropped here and there. Not really any frame tearing at all. Sorry, screen tearing. Yeah.
Well, that's why you... That. Go on.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm kind of building up to it, Rich.
Okay.
I'm building up to the next video, which is basically the Xboxes. Obviously, PlayStation's okay.
Yeah.
Now, here are the Xboxes. Now, those little lines up and down, that's screen tearing.
Yep.
Frame rate is a little bit wonky on the One S at times. Kind
on the
of
X,
solid.
it actually
on the
exceeds
X.
30 sometimes.
No, I don't think it does. I think that's the screen tearing thing that I was talking about.
Oh, how weird.
That it almost sees it going like, whatever. Anyway, let's focus on the main thing. 60 FPS on the Series X. Rock solid. No screen tearing.
Beautiful.
Actually, there is the odd bit of screen tearing here and there, but it's mostly during cutscenes and stuff, which I found odd. You said it was rampant on the X, right?
It's frequent, yeah, especially during cutscenes. I mean, that's why I guess you're saying this is more of a next-gen thing, because...
yes. Well, because you can just see the screen tearing in that. In the X then, in the middle, it just screen teared. And all I was doing was standing still. Whereas obviously the X then looked fantastic, but we'll get onto that in a sec. PS4 looks all right, not too bad. PS4 Pro looks decent. And I feel like this is like... There's a slight visual upgrade, I would say. It's weird, though, because like having played the X... on a 4K TV, the Series X looks infinitely better, but shrinking it down onto a smaller screen, obviously the details aren't as apparent, but the screen tearing is like massive on the One X, and actually the PS4s are alright. It was just the Xbox platforms. And this is a good example.
No screen tearing on the PlayStation? Because I've been reviewing this on the Xbox One. So.
Yeah, no, not really, no.
Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe the odd little bit here and there, but not a fat lot. Not that you'll really notice.
Okay.
Like the Series X probably does it once every, I don't know, hour maybe? Once or twice an hour. And it's mostly cutscenes. PS4, solid. But yeah, the Xbox, it does have issues, which is why I call it a next-gen game, because clearly the One X and the Xbox One S can't really cope with it, but just look at the colour on the Series S. Series
I was
X,
just going to say, well, just not just that, the sort of the definition in the kind of particles, the smaller details, way more defined.
Just look in the path as well at this as well, and the trees and like in the plants as well. Like the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro do look solid, but 60 FPS and a visual upgrade. I mean, this is for me when I was playing it. I was like, holy shit, this really feels next gen.
Yeah.
Like it changes the combat in an Assassin's Creed game, like especially 60 frames. Like,
I can't wait to get my my next gen consoles. I'm excited.
Yeah, which is why I was saying to you, don't do too much because for the review in terms of outside of the main story, because you want to get back into this world because it is absolutely stunning on the Series X.
There is a point where you do have to go away and grind, unfortunately. So I couldn't take that advice, sadly.
And like here you go, this is another good example. It's like just look quite in a distance on the Series X. It's just so much more defined. Everything looks crystal clear. Down from the trees down to just the more materials on the longboat, across the board. But like I say, PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, they look solid.
Apart from you need to spend some skill points.
That's actually Josh.
Is it? What is he doing?
I don't know. It's Josh doing Josh again. I don't think he uploaded one of the most recent saves for me.
Oh, wow.
But
okay.
Series X there, just like you can tell the Series X version is better than the One X and the PS4 Pro if you're watching in 4K. And this one will go up in 4K. The other one didn't. The Yakuza one didn't render out in 4K. I don't know why. But I will make sure that this one. Bit of swiping action. I mean, that looks a bit muddy, right?
Yeah, I've got to say, across the board, whichever console you're playing on, it's a stunning looking game.
It is. Now, but look at this. Just it looks more realistic. Just the colours and everything.
Yeah.
And because of the area, right? You're in a cold area. It feels cold. It's crazy. And then when you get into England, obviously this is Norway, it feels warmer because of obviously the HDR and just the colours, and everything just looks phenomenal. I'll tell you what.
What you should do to enhance the experience, just open all your windows.
Oh mate, honestly, my window's open now because it's getting a bit toasty in here.
All right.
But yeah, the water actually looks quite good on the One S, a little bit smudgy, and One X looks decent, but you can just see the more details in the Series X. I love a bit of water. But I'll tell you what, this is the most realistic water I've probably ever seen in a video game on the Series X.
That's a big claim, that.
Yeah, I mean, Sea of Thieves does a good job. But on the Series X, when you get your when you get your unit on Tuesday, you'll see what I'm talking about. And anybody that gets the Series X and starts playing this, they'll be like, holy shit, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is. And you know what? Beautiful. And it rocks 60 frames. I don't think it's dropped a frame once. There wasn't a time when I was like, uh-oh, it's struggling here. Obviously, that'd be worrying. First game, major game out the gate, right?
Yeah, that would be a good look.
And then, same again, look at the detail in Leicester. Or Leicester. How is it pronounced in Old English?
I can't remember. I've done this whole bit, but I can't remember how they say it. Leicester. I don't know.
But like I say, PS4 Pro, Xbox One X looks good. But you're going to notice the difference now with the next gen. Especially in games like this. It's open world. Obviously, the Xboxes are struggling a little bit because of the screen tear. Maybe there'll be a patch for that, I don't know.
Perhaps, you'd hope.
Because the Pro doesn't seem to have it. But the Series X just, especially when you do your synchronized points, just looks absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. Just the clarity on it. If you've got a nice big 4K screen. And obviously the One S and the Series X is a massive difference. I'm surprised they actually got it working on the One S. I really am. It just goes to show it's not holding back the Series X.
Well, it's funny because this is the first game I've played where it's really feels like it's pushing the older hardware.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then like I said, I've had no issues on the Series X. I mean, we've had issues with bugs and stuff, but that I imagine that'd be the same across all the platforms. It's got nothing to do with the visual fidelity or anything. I've just got stuck in shit. But in terms of visually. In terms of frame rates, just absolutely rock solid. And genuinely, it's my first real kind of wow experience where I'm like, holy shit, next gen's going to be great.
The only way is up, man.
Yeah, Yakuza you get it a little bit because it's a little bit sharper on the Series X, but this is I don't want to say I'm blown away because it wasn't quite that good, but it's 60 frames. I'd quite like to see a 4K 30 where they just focused on resolution. Clearly they've gone for...
I hoped they'd have performance mode and visual mode, but they don't, unfortunately.
No, and you know what? I'm okay with that because they're not going to do 8K. So
no, I guess.
4K 60 though is just an absolute joy, Rich.
Lovely.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do a follow-up video with all the PS5 stuff when we get our PS5 and the Series S. Maybe we'll do just put them all in one and go, hey guys, here's Yakuza, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, all on the PlayStation. Maybe I'll do a bumper roundup.
I like that idea.
Rather than doing one for each. But yeah, Rich, that was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Looks and performs fantastically on the Series X. Okay on the PlayStations. Solid on the PlayStations. A little bit ropey on the One S and the One X when it comes to frame rate. But that's it, Rich. Thanks very much, folks, for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.